Peace and love, family. Peace and blessings. Thank you for tuning in to another moment with Mosh with me. Mwah. Mosh, I hope you had a marvelous Monday. Magnificent, amazing. I wanted to speak with you all today just about your purpose and loving yourself through all the names and the labels that the world tries to put on you. A great quote that I love from W.C. Fields is, "It is not what they call you, but it is what you answer to." So that really sat with me because it got me thinking on a deeper level, family. I'm a reader as well. I'll go into a little piece of my book as well here in a second after I finish this video. But it got me thinking on a deeper level of how you've heard me say it before. How do we talk to ourselves, family? So on a daily basis, how are we talking to ourselves, right? So when we're going through our trials and tribulations, our journey, and we hit these rough patches in the road, how are we talking to ourselves? Are we knowing that the pain that we're currently experiencing or what we're currently going through, can we see past that? And can we know that we're experiencing these for a reason? Do we know that there is purpose in our pain, right? Because, family, there's someone out there right now mad at you because you chose your purpose over pain. They're mad at you right now because you chose yourself first instead of being second or third option to anyone, whether it's family member, job, a lifestyle, a love life. You chose yourself first, and there's someone angry, upset, discrediting your name, discrediting your character, putting all these names and these labels on you because you chose a different lifestyle than what they believe should be the lifestyle that you deserve. There are people right now in this world, family, who will never support you because of it's you. There were some people that are or once were the age that you are. Or how often do you see younger people younger than you and you see older people talk so down on them and tell them what they can't do or how they act and how they look like this? You doing that makes you look like this because they're choosing to live their life the way that they want to live their life. So there is purpose in pain. There is someone right now mad at you because you chose to respect yourself versus entertain the attention of them. You chose to stand in solidarity versus settling for insanity, settling for comfortability just to say that you have someone because you don't want to feel lonely. You chose to make people respect you and everything that you have going on in this phase of your growth. And some people can't understand it. Where we are going in life, family, where we are in life, some people don't understand. And they may never understand because they can't understand how, after everything we've been through, everything us as individuals have been through, how are you still standing? How are you still maintaining? How are you still smiling? How are you waking up happy every day? How is it that you've been through far more than most? Far more than what some can fathom or even imagine, and you're still here. You're still making it. You're still able and willing to spread love and spread happiness and spread joy. See, because, family, what's new to some may be old to others. I'll say that again. What's new to some may be old to others. See, it's a new experience for some. It's a new type of energy. It's a new type of love. It's a new frequency. It's a different type of whatever that some have experienced. Meanwhile, it's old to you. It's something that you've already gone through and learned your lesson through. If you haven't already streamed Justin Owens' The Road to Seven Figures, go to iTunes and stream that. He talks about it on there. A father told his son to get on the highway and drive through a storm. People are pulling over during the storm, and he's looking at his dad, his first time driving. He's looking at his dad like, should I pull over? His dad is like, listen to my voice, son, and keep driving. At this point, excuse my language, trucks are pulling over, diesels are pulling over, and he's still looking at his dad. Should I pull over? Keep driving, son. When it finally stopped raining and he got to the end of the road, his father said, now pull over. He pulled over and his dad said, look back, what do you see? Clouds. The storm. And he said, no, son, what you see is the fact that you kept driving, you are now out of your storm. Some people are still in their storm and experiencing their storm because they chose to pull over. They chose to stop along their journey. They chose to settle in those ways. They chose to get comfortable with that lifestyle that they're living. They chose to get comfortable in the lies that people tell them. They chose to get comfortable in the hype that society told them was okay. They chose to get comfortable in the labels that life put on them. Okay, family? So some people chose comfortability and you chose growth. You chose purpose over pain. You chose sanity over misery. You chose positivity over the negative. See, because 20% of the world is negative. You can talk to 20% of the world and they're going to have something negative to say about everything you throw at them. But let me tell you something. What looks like a fairy tale to some looks like a nightmare to that 1% who know that they require more, desire more, who know that they'll be 7-figure, 8-figure earners, who know that millions are destined for them. See, because I'm not comfortable with thousands. I'm not comfortable with thousands. I'm not comfortable with hundreds. See, it's a step in my process. It's a step in our process, family, but I dream bigger. I dream so big that people think I'm crazy. I talk so highly of myself that people look at my current situation and they, how? And how some may laugh. But above all things, I have faith and I believe in my creator. I've been seeing this go around on social media recently. The universe could never. Some of y'all praise the universe when y'all should be praising God, not knowing how small-minded that sounds. Some people are laughing and sharing it on social media, falling into the social media hype, falling into the ways of the world, falling into the ways of the wicked, walking on the path of evildoers, getting consumed, falling in. And when I seen that status about the universe, I said, wow, I have a problem believing that these are the same people reading scriptures every day. I have a problem believing that these are the same people talking to God every day, because how do you not know that God and the universe is one and you are one, created in God's image? Meaning you are the universe, the sun, the light, and the darkness. You have an equal balance of good and bad, or sun and dark within you. You are the light and the darkness, but what side are you channeling into? What side are you allowing to elevate and which one are you suppressing? Or better yet, which ones are you allowing to flow together? Which are you understanding that you're an equal balance? Because let's get deep, family. Let's not play. It says God is a jealous God. So you think going throughout life, we're not supposed to experience jealousy, anger, sadness, fear. You think we're not supposed to experience all of those things, but God has purpose on pain, meaning we are put in these positions. We are placed in these positions for a reason, to feel those things, and how you react to those things really let you know more about your character. So how do you act? How do you talk? How do you carry yourself in a situation of adversity? When adversity comes, how are you carrying yourself? Even if you act out, how are you taking control of your life after that? See, because nobody can pin me to my past. You're not going to tell me that I am who I was in the past. You're not going to tell me that I can't grow from that comfort zone I was once in, that lower feeling. I may have been angry, sad, and all hurt and all of that before, but you cannot tell me that that is my name. You cannot make me believe that about myself. That's up to me. My calling, my creator created me to be exactly who, and I'm whatever I say I am. Because I am the light of God, what God put in me. I am a goddess of God, made in his image. So all the jokes about the universe and the God could never, you're basically contradicting. The universe could never, however, God made the entire universe. The universe is God. But some people don't think that far. Some people are right at the tip and the iceberg of their growth and their elevation, and they got so much to say, not knowing that you got two ears and one mouth for a reason. So you need to listen more, talk less. How do you elevate if you think you know everything? Oh, I don't need a mentor. I don't need to listen to that person. I got more finances than them. How you gonna tell me about how you gonna? Cause let me tell you something. The richest people right now, it's been a lot of people since I got started in this organization trying to say all of this is a scam. It's a pyramid scheme. Do you know it's millionaires and billionaires right now? I posted on my Facebook family. Go ahead and follow me over there, Mosh Johnson, Moshh Johnson on Facebook. The CEO of our company, Mr. Christopher Terry Greatness, has the exact rappers that y'all listen to. Cash the Great, P&B Rock, T Grizzly. I believe YG is even trading. Nipsey wasn't a part of I Am Academy, but he was trading in the Forex market, trading currencies. The exact people y'all look up to be are doing these things. But y'all don't want to listen to nobody. Y'all got it all figured out. Oh, I can learn on my own. I can learn on YouTube. Get teachable and coachable. Stop thinking you know everything. Stop being upset because someone chose a different lifestyle than you. Stop being mad because somebody already had what you had and it's new to you, but it's old to them and they don't want that. Your happiness ain't their happiness. The type of love you require and desire is not the type of love that everyone require and desire. That's the power of individuality. No one is you, and that's your superpower. But see, let me get even deeper with you, family. Some people, listen up. Some people are much more comfortable blaming you than they ever could be taking accountability for their own life and their own decisions. See, it's much easier to blame it on the world. It's much easier to say, I feel like this because so and so did this to me and she made me feel this to him. You ever realize that some people don't like you just because their friends don't like you? Some women don't like you just because a man you used to deal with. Some of your family members not talking to you right now because so and so called them on the phone and said this, and that, or they seen you on Facebook doing something that it didn't line up with their beliefs and what they think you was brought up on and think you should be doing. No one is you, and that is your superpower. It's much easier for people to point the blame on you than take responsibility for their own actions and the life that they chose to live. It's much easier for family members to blame it on you that you out here doing this, that, and the third, and you know you should be in church, and you know, than to take accountability that they are hypocrites on the everyday life too. It's much easier to point the finger around to you than point the finger at yourself and say, oh, well, let me look inward and see what I'm doing before I try to point my finger and judge anybody on the outside of me. Let me make sure I'm lined up first. See, it's much easier for some of them women to blame it on you that you the problem than to look at the man that they laying down with and realize who they laying down with and realize how they're really being treated. Oh no, they don't want to go that deep. They don't want to feel that. It's much easier for some men, ladies, to blame it on you as the bitter baby mama, the one who can't see my children, can't do that, than accept the fact that they chose not to be in their children's life because the choices and decisions they make, because of the lifestyle they want to live. So now it's your fault because you make somebody respect something, because your children can't grow up any kind of way, can't afford it. That's my favorite saying in 2020. I can't afford it. Do you got it? I can't afford it. Girl, tell me why. I can't afford it. My energy can't afford it. My finances can't afford it. My emotional intelligence can't afford it. My physical body can't afford it because I can't afford for these thoughts and that energy to come into my lifestyle. I'm a healer, I'm a helper, I'm a Pisces. So my sign is naturally a healer and a helper. I love hard and I love deep. So I can't afford to bring your problems into my life because I'm automatically going to want to help you and figure out how I can help. I can't make everybody's problem my problem anymore. See, because I had to realize in order for me to grow and for me to elevate, I got to get out the box. And then I'll come back for my people and I'll teach them. But I got to learn first before I can teach anything. All praises to the Most High that memories pop up to me now, and I find old notebooks in my suitcases and stuff like that. 2012, 2018. Memories on Facebook popping up all the way back to 2006, where I've been talking about elevation, women empowerment, loving on people, elevating. And I'm in this position that I'm in right now for a reason. It's not by coincidence that I'm seeing all these signs and these numbers. It's not by coincidence that I'm connecting with people who's making 62,000 a week. It's not by coincidence that I'm on celebrities' lives on Instagram every chance I literally get on the internet. It's not by coincidence I'm talking to 7-figure, 8-figure business earners. It's not by coincidence I'm in the market that I'm in right now. Because it's purpose in my pain. How can I teach people how to get through what they going through if I never went through anything? How can I teach people to take accountability and do the inner work if I'm so comfortable with being a victim and blaming everything on everybody else? Everything is always somebody else's fault. No. When do I become accountable? When did I have to stop being comfortable and take action and choose growth, my purpose over pain? Ladies, stop playing the victim. It don't matter if you leave 1 year from now or 12 years from now. Congratulations that you left. Fellas, same for you. Congratulations that you chose you. Congratulations, you stop blaming it on everybody else. Congratulations, you stop getting with people just for what they can do for you, just for what they can bring to you. See, because if you loving on people just for what you gonna get at the end, just because you getting some crackers and some water, as Justin likes to say, mentor Justin likes to say, along the way, you ain't loyal enough for me. If we can't get it all together and then happen to lose it all together and gain it right back, I don't need you. If you leave me in my hardest times, leave my children in their hardest times, leave family in their heart, I don't need you. I don't want you. I don't require or desire you to be in my life. And I pray to the Most High that one day I got the common sense to deal with those very people who did that. And this goes all the way back, women, to daddy issues. Let it go. Some don't want to admit that y'all got daddy issues, but then y'all realizing, why am I still getting in toxic relationships with men who just want to use me? I don't got mama issues, but why do I feel like it's okay to take care of a man financially? Why do I feel like I'm the breadwinner and I'm the independent one and I got a head of the household? Why? Go inward instead of looking outward and try to make the world your problem. Some people are mad at you right now, family, because you chose purpose over pain. So what you gonna be, that 20%, or you gonna be that negative, that 1%, and you gonna be the one who make a change? See, because it's not by mistake that you the only one in your family who stepped out the box and you on your way and you destined for greatness. It's not by mistake that all of this stuff is the enemy is trying to attack you and get you in that boxing ring right now to knock you off your rocker because you got all this going for you. It's not by mistakes. Bills feel so hot right now that you can barely breathe. It's not by mistake that you feel like you drowning right now, but hold on and have faith of a mustard seed. Walk in your purpose. Know you can, you will, and you are. I am. Everything that comes after is a fact. And I ain't talking about you are when people looking, or when your man around, or when your children around, or what are you when you by yourself? What are you doing with your time? I ain't talking about who you trying to be for social media and what you trying to prove that you are. I ain't talking about that. What are you? Can you take accountability for where you was wrong at? The very people you talk down on and you know you lying. You know you lying. You know you belittling because you salty, you feeling some type of way. Can you look them in their face and give them an apology because I was at my lower self and I was hurt? Oh, I was mad. I just wanted some understanding. I didn't understand you, so I made up all these reasons in my head because it made me feel some type of way about myself, but I didn't want to admit that. I wasn't ready to talk about that. So it was much easier to blame you. Can you get that deep? Oh, well, what we talking about? What we talking about, family? What we talking about? Come on. Get deep with yourself. Get real with yourself. Stop playing. It's enough faking out here. Hey, don't try me. Don't try it. Tell people they better put some respect on your growth. Put some respect on your name. I don't care who you thought I was or who I used to be in the past. Who am I now? You gonna respect it. And I'm going to end it off with this prayer because I'm reading Colliding with Destiny by Sarah Jake Roberts. And that's what I was saying. Like, this book and listening to my mentors really helped me, you know? Some people mad at y'all right now, family. They mad. So it says, without a strong foundation to ground us in the midst of our pain, we may face an identity crisis. Identity crisis. Because we trying to tell ourselves we something else. We ain't trying to deal with our real feelings. So now we dealing with mental illness, dis-ease of the mind. Because we lying to ourselves, trying to play happy. Trying to blame it on others when we know it's really some stuff in our mind that we ain't got past. Identity crisis. Will we remember who we've always been, or will this hurt be what we now let define us? When the memories of what should have been invade your soul and shake your core, whatever you do, don't let it change your name. You know how perfume can subtly linger where the wearer has been. Many women become so known by their scent that they wear, it's easy to identify their trail of their presence. You don't want the agony of your pain to be the aroma that lingers behind the room you exit. This goes over to our children too, family. Stop bleeding on your children. Heal yourself because your children don't deserve the broken version of you. Heal yourself. But no, you want to keep bringing man in after man in because you selfish and you don't want to be lonely. You want to go back to that toxic relationship because you selfish and you lonely. But you don't realize you got sons and daughters, kings and queens you are raising that's watching your very being in existence right now in this moment. So you letting them fall accustomed to the generational curses, whether you got finances or not, whether you got the emotional intelligence or not. You letting them fall accustomed to the curses upon us because you selfish. So you letting it linger on them and letting the pain linger on people. You don't want to reward misery by allowing it to be the center of your life instead of the pleasant association of your true self. You only compound the smell of fear when you make it your trademark. Don't reward misery by allowing it to be the center of your life. Don't give the person who has injured you any more time in the spotlight. Because let me tell you something, family. We so caught up in what happened to us in the past. We so caught up in what somebody did to us, how somebody made us feel, that we are unconsciously, subconsciously, sometimes consciously, because you know what you be doing. Think about it before you do it. You allowing that to come into your future and the person that you are trying to become right now. So now you subconsciously still a part of your past because you can't let what somebody else did to you go. You can't forgive and get that malice and that envy and that jealousy up out your heart. You can't allow cordialness and the energy of reconciliation to happen and transpire and let go of control because you scared and letting fear and hurts, envy, malice control your future. So you ain't never getting to that future that you trying to manifest because you still talking about your past. You still talking about the hurt somebody put on you. You still talking about what he did to you and how you can't trust again and how men ain't this and that or how women ain't this and that or how you stuck in your ways because your mama did this, because you haven't dealt with it. And you wondering why you ain't moving forward. You wonder why you comfortable. You wonder why you ain't growing. Stop playing with me. Stop playing with me. And I'm going to read this prayer and end it off here. God, help me to see myself the way you see me. Open my eyes so that I can see beyond this broken place. I want you to discover my potential. I want to believe there is life after this. Remind me of the truth of your word, that all things that work together for good to those who love God, to those who are called together for good, to those who love God according to his purpose. When I feel I've lost my purpose, help me to remember that you have one greater in store for me. That's what we need to talk to ourselves about. Remember our purpose. Remember the promise. Remember what we was placed here to do. When times get hard, when you feel like you can't take it, you can't breathe, you can barely understand what's going on in your life and why is this happening? I'm doing everything I'm supposed to do. Do the inner work and get serious. Make God your best friend. We done idolizing money, drugs, guns, sex, finances. That's y'all problem. Y'all too busy trying to keep up with the hype. Y'all want to travel like everybody else. You want to be out here having entanglements and arrangements, songs coming out, F me and lie to me. Y'all too busy. I know my place. I know that ain't nobody comparing to me. It ain't no competition. It ain't no, why is it a competition without